even know where to start or how to start introducing her. Ladies and gentlemen, Chantal. She is a banker. She is a financial whiz kid. She is an auditor. She's worked with BNP Paribas. She's formed part of the founders of banks in Burundi. And she's here with us tonight. We've tried to have her in this show before, but she was so busy doing her work, she could not make it. So were the other ladies. So tonight we're so very happy and honored that you could make it, Chantal. And Chantal does, apart from all the banking work that she's doing in Europe and in her own country, she's also involved in voluntary activities and it also, most importantly, in microfinancing as well. So Chantal, welcome to Sema Talk Show.
Thank you, Kendo.
And now just,
yes. Very difficult to speak about microfinance after having a session of King Frankie.
Well, now we're all ready to hear you.
And last to speak, and I'm very already in the mood of Shakuma, and we want to speak about microfinance at this time.
Yes, Chantal, I think we're very eager to hear you. We're very eager to listen to what you have to say.
Okay, so my name is Chantal. I'm from Burundi, and I work in the bank, BNP Paribas Fortis, for already 12 years now. And I'm part of various networks in the bank. So I'm part of the women's network bank. It's Mixed City, Belgium, in the bank. It's a network to empower women in the bank. It's a network with 1,000 members, but the bank has 15,000 employees in Belgium. So this is an empowerment like a Sema Talk in the bank. So we used to do this kind of presentation and trainings for women to have more visibility in the management teams in the bank. So another network I'm active in the bank is Friends of Africa. It's a very new network, and this network wants to speak about Africa in other terms than what we are used to here. So in the bank we have many African colleagues and many we can say friends of Africa. So people having worked in Africa or having friends, African friends, who wants to join a network like ours. So we have like 200 members in this very young network. And the last network I want to talk about from the bank is Microfinancing sans frontières. So it's a microfinance without borders, which is a network of volunteers who do technical assistance for free in countries where we have microfinance institutions. So any microfinance institution needing technical assistance can come to Microfinancing sans frontières and ask for technical assistance. So it's a network of 120 volunteers, so Belgian and other colleagues of mine who are ready to do technical assistance for microfinance institutions and even other social entrepreneur enterprises.
Thank you. Chantal, before we even start going into all of these wonderful networks that you have, how did you get into banking?
Oh, I came into banking after having worked as an auditor. So I was an external auditor in a company, one of the big five at the beginning. It was 5 of them. It was Deloitte and Touche. And I have did many missions in various enterprises, and I found banking very interesting, and that's the way I entered in one of the affiliations of Fortis Bank, which was a Belgolese bank. It was a bank with 12 subsidiaries in Africa, so I was looking for something which was linking me to Africa, and that's the way I entered the bank 12 years ago, so for one affiliation of Fortis Bank.
And as a woman banker, when you go to Africa, how are you perceived? Isn't that difficult? Or have things changed in the meantime?
I can see the difference. I know that as everywhere, as in Europe as well, there are not many women bankers, and so we are few, and we think that we should be more than what we are today. So I used to work in one of the subsidiaries of Belgales Bank in Burundi, so it was a very good experience. And I was the only woman in the management committee, and the woman in the bank was very happy because they could see someone different in the management, and I think that it was. It's good to give examples, and so some other can identify and go. And since then, I think it was 5 years ago, and now there are like 2 women in the managing director team. So I'm very happy for that.
Okay, thank you so much. And your work with Friends of Africa Network and the microfinancing scheme that you're doing here, how are you interacting with either the people here, or how are you promoting them for people to invest either in your country or outside Belgium, or are you working mostly for microfinancing here in Belgium?
So the microfinance institutions are in Africa, Asia, or Latin America. So that's the countries where we have microfinance institutions. And the group has found microfinance as a tool to alleviate poverty, and it's very supporting microfinance. So part of the group, but in France, invest in microfinance institutions. So they give loans, they allow loans to microfinance institutions, but we don't do that in Belgium. But on the other side, where a coordinator is more than, what can I say, I work in department which is CSR, corporate social responsibility. So we think that apart from allowing grants and credits, we can do more, we can do something which is social. So the volunteers they help microfinance institutions in the south, so in Africa, I can give an example of myself. I have been in Mali 2 years ago for a microfinance institutions which needed to have control de gestion, management, accounting, so to have some set of reporting. So I worked for 2 weeks. So I took my 2 weeks of my holidays, and I went there to have them for this department. So that's the kind of thing that's my colleagues and other colleagues in France, and we have some volunteers in New York as well. We have volunteers in Buenos Aires, and soon in Luxembourg and in Germany as well. So we'll have some volunteers ready to go and help microfinance institutions in any country where there is a need.
Well, that's wonderful. So we heard from Madi Tiembe about her activities in the Congo, and she was talking about empowering women, making sure that they have access to finance. How can you link your microfinancing scheme and what you're doing here to such activities?
Yeah, by various things. So we can help for technical assistance. We can make them better organized. We can do trainings, and the other thing that we can do is that we have many partners who do financing, who do grants on microfinance. So sometimes we can connect people with the same interests. So that's something that we can do. So Madi, I know Madi very well. So I heard that she does microcredit. So she has this. She went before we talked, but I will ask her what we can do to help her organization. So I have brought some brochures so that people around, if you don't know microfinance institutions or cooperatives or other women's organizations needing technical assistance or trainings, so they can contact me or other colleagues. The address are in the brochure, so we are ready for that.
Okay, so we're going to distribute the brochures at the end, or put them out there so people can pick them up. But Chantal, before you go, as you're still sitting there, we still want to keep you there for a while. What would you like to tell to the people here tonight, especially the women? What message of motivation or encouragement would you have for us tonight?
Oh, many things. I like the introduction of the ambassador, which I thank very well, because it was a very good introduction about movement, about actions. I think there are lots to do And I believe that women, like in microfinance is a women industry. Why? Because they know that women are how can I say, they really use the money they receive for very constructive projects for the kids, for the family, and they reimburse like even 100%, because sometimes in microfinance you have more risk than in other industry, but women has proven that they do really a good job, and I think it's everywhere in the world. So I think that here with Sema Talks we can have some projects like the crowdfunding idea was a very good one, and I think we have also a really a problem of remittances. This is financing as well. When we send money home, we pay a lot. We should stop this and think about other more solutions which really comply to our willings.
Well, thank you so much, Chantal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Chantal is here. We're still keeping her here for a few minutes. What would you like to ask her or tell her tonight? Yes, please.
So what do you sell to companies like MoneyGram, Western Union, and they have a sales, in this business?
Yeah, everyone has his own interests. I think even my bank have some interest, but sometimes I think the customers or can try to find other solutions, like because when you have a monopoly, I don't know if you say this in English.
Yeah.
The prices are very high for people, and when people don't have any other solution, they keep on going at the same place until the day someone else finds something else, and that's what we need. That's what we want people with vision, with passion, and with actions to do.
Okay, all right. So if you have other ideas, alternatives to MoneyGram, to Western Union, etc., we speak to Chantal because we want to change that system. Ladies and gentlemen, any more questions or any more something else you'd like to say to Chantal? I think, Chantal, you've just blown our minds off. We still need to digest this and think it over and come back to you. We can't quite comprehend the whole banking system. We still need to let it settle and then maybe ask you a bit more.
I'll come back. And I think Maddie, someone talked about MicroStart.
Yes.
That's another microfinance institution which is based in Belgium, so which grants small credits up to 5,000, I think. And this is a microfinance which has been set with the group of Paribas Fortis as well. So they have also volunteers. So volunteers can help for the business plan. I think it's Dora who spoke about that. So this also, I'm a volunteer at MicroStart as well. So this is a solution for some small projects in Belgium. So that's also, we have, I think the most interesting with MicroStart is not only the money that you can get as a credit, but it's all the services that you can find for free. So you can have someone like a lawyer to help for the contracts. You can have someone for the business plan. You can have someone for have numéro TVA or to pass an exam. So sometimes you need to have a certificate, a special certificate to have a business in Belgium. So everything which is linked to setting a new business can be someone can have all the answers with MicroStart.
Okay, thank you very much, Chantal. Thank you.